Hey, Shalom. We'd like to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Racha Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace, salutations, and blessings to you sincere Akim out there, push the truth across the four corners of the earth. And, the scriptures talk about wisdom and knowledge should be the stability of our time. That word stability goes into faith. And as you can see, because a lot of these Edomites, they know something's going on, but they don't know the grand scheme of it. The scriptures give us understanding on the rulership of the wicked and the different techniques that they're employing. I just wanted to bring this particular one out because everything is about to go into chaos, basically. All right, I don't know how soon, but we can see everything lining up from the shipping industry and those issues, whether that gets resolved quickly or not, to the election. You've had a slew of cases where the law enforcement basically is doing private hits on people, man. Was it the 6 police officers ran up in the guy's house? You have many cases of extremism. If you notice with Esau, you're seeing consistent shootings, and every time you see that, you know that there's something going on in the background. Right? Those demons are being stirred up by Esau, who's the left-hand priesthood. He's the Pharaoh. He's the king of Assyria. All right, but here's the new the new spill. Check this out.
Now, this new data set, as they're calling it, brings the total number of people impacted to 218,000 instead of the 98,000 we first reported. These people were mistakenly marked as having provided documentary proof of citizenship, and Arizona Voter Registration Database now has correctly flagged the impacted individuals. Election officials say they will contact the affected Arizonans with information regarding their status after the general election. That means for now, the Arizona Supreme Court's ruling is going to stay that impacted voters, that includes all of them, will still be able to vote. Now, this new data set, as they're calling it,
basically, they mismarked people to have citizenship in a coding oversight, but the Supreme Court of that state basically ruled that those people can still vote, even though they're not supposed to. And that's why that voting shit is so fraudulent. It's been fraudulent since the beginning. It's just a question of, who was able to manipulate it better. Esau's been doing that for years, playing with the numbers. All right, we know about the census, trying to keep track of how many Israelites it is and where we're at and what states, and and guess what? You have a lot of Israelites who are scattered amongst them. Got a lot of Israelites scattered amongst you. Look just like you. Look just like Amalek. Look just like a Billy Bob Joe. And this guy's Jake. All right, and a lot of them are going to repent and receive salvation at the end. But as far as Esau and his rulership, as you can see, he's a child, man. Let me get some scriptures. And this is Ecclesiastes 10:16. Woe to thee, O land, when thy king is a child, and thy princes eat in the morning. All right, basically, the king is just, he's making dumb decisions. Because, their multinational conglomerate is a beast. They're called the dragon. But they're childish, man. Esau is a genius idiot. He's a fool, the basest of men. All right, the least of the flock. Regardless of how turned up he is, how much technology and prowess, and he's a fool. He's a kid. And this is just an example, because they could easily just cancel this. It's a computer thing. You can go on the computer, you can correct it. But as you can see, the case already went up to the state Supreme Court. So, and the judge stamped it, you know, so we know how that go. How do you rig something? You pay off the judges. All right, we know that through the scriptures. You know that from watching sports. All right, with the referees, you pay the judges off, and then you get what you need. And that's what Esau has done in this kingdom. They made sure they influenced law. They made sure, especially the small hats, they made sure they paid lawmakers to change this into this law and to put this into this law in effect. And you have a lot of laws that people don't even know about behind the scenes. When you go into studying law, you know about maritime law, because with maritime law and stuff, basically they would make people give up their 13th Amendment rights when they came on the ship, and then you would be a servant, and then if you didn't do certain things, that you were subject to flogging, to be beaten, and they have certain laws that applies that to citizens. All right, like it says, when our princes eat in the morning, just greedy, and you guys do evil unto your own people. You treat your own people like shit. All right, like a lot of us, we work shoulder to shoulder with Esau, and when you just even make a neutral comment about what's going on with the government, these Edomites know, like, yeah, this is some bullshit. Like, you get them on a rant, they'll keep going. All right, because they actually feel like and it is, this is your whole nation's rulership. But like you said, the king's a child, so a child don't want to share. They want everything for themselves. All right, the king is supposed to handle matters for the good of the people. That's why King David was loved. All right, Sirach 10:1. A wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered. As the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers. And so if the top man is corrupt, if the people on top are corrupt, right, the real kings, the real people who rule, the bankers and the top elites, they're corrupt, they're perverse. Well, guess what? The officials under them are perverse. The ones who are under them are perverse. The ones under them are fraudulent. And that's a what is it called? That's a comforter, because a lot of people who foolishly, I'm gonna spend my life trying to change the system. You can't change the system. Scriptures say the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. It's not just one person, hand. We'll show that picture as a representation, but basically it's talking about these people. Right? All of them are encompass Esau. You think you find a good Edomite? Nah, it's either they waiting to get you, or it might be Jake. You gotta evaluate the spirit, because you have some Jakes who look like Edomites who are sellouts too. You have to evaluate the spirit. Try the spirit. Examine what people say. What they say, trial of man is in his reasoning. All right, it says, as the judge of the people is himself, so his officers, and what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein. And that's what this is. This kingdom is too. This is a lesson of rulership. Because our rulers were wicked as well. The scriptures say of Judah, there's only 3 kings who were not. Let me get it. It was Sirach 49 and 4. verse 2. Let's start at verse 2, get the point. He behaved himself uprightly. It's talking about Josiah in verse 1. He behaved himself uprightly in the conversation of the people and took away the abominations of iniquity. He directed his heart unto the Lord, and in the time of the ungodly he established the worship of the Most High. And that's the spirit we want to be in, the spirit of Josiah, opening the book and cutting off all of the wickedness and the abominations. It says, all except David and Hezekiah and Josiah were defective, for they forsook the law of the Most High. Even the kings of Judah fell. And even the nation that was appointed through prophecy to be our kings will fail, and we're seeing why. Because a lot of these things that Esau employs, and the serpentness and the slickness and the scripture says there's some wisdom which is not wisdom. It's some slick shit that they do. It's like this is bullshit. All right, now imagine Jake in that position, doing the same shit. All right, and sacrificing their children and all of the things that we read about. All right, secretly praying to this God, secretly, was it the Maccabees, secretly have idols underneath their armor, and they're fighting next to the Maccabees. It's just Jake, man. This is this is why the Lord is putting up us against this man. All right, this is the ultimate form of the serpent. You guys want it to be snakes and vipers, like Yahushua called those priests. But we're gonna put you in the hands of the people who were the snake and the viper and the serpent. All right, and we're seeing them play every game that they can play. Because Proverbs 19:12, it said, "The king's wrath is as the roaring of a lion." The wrath that's been put upon the people by the leadership. It's nonstop, taxing everything that you make, tickets, and you got all this stuff that's not in the scriptures, and all of these wicked rules and laws and child support and all the bullshit. There's so much, there's millions of laws, and you expected to have to follow all these different millions of laws, sub-laws, local laws, state laws, federal laws. Man, that's how they get a lot of these people too. They say, well, he didn't violate this, but technically that was this. And if the woman says that you raped her, but technically we can charge him for sexual conspiracy of sexual misconduct. It's just all this bullshit. Right, that's why it says, Proverbs 29:2, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. All right, you got the thing with the longshoremen, they're striking today. And what is the media push? The first little media story I read after listening to the apostle talk about it. Automation. Yeah, the reason why the ships are taking too long and people are complaining about not getting paid enough, and we need to automate all these ports. Because what they have to do right now, since they can't unload from Texas to Maine, they have to go to the West Coast, meaning that they have to cut through that Red Sea passage. All right, and we know what's been happening to the ships that cut through there. They be getting jacked. And this is all because Esau wants to again them to be rich and sit on high, and everybody on low. Everybody else, when destruction starts, you guys are just gonna have to deal with it. you know, the chaos. And what's going to happen during the chaos? Hey, 2 Ezra 15 and 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and evading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes. All right, and doing shit like this voting thing, which we're probably going to see more cases of this too. All right, because each of these the divisions are, it's like whoever wins, the other side, they gotta fight, because they're gonna tilt that scale completely. You know, we're at the end. All right, whoever BlackRock, State Street or Vanguard, whoever they want in there next, they're gonna get in there next. But you know, each side, they want to try to audition for the part, so to speak, for the next agenda. Right? But they shall not regard their kings and princes, because they can see, and these people are corrupt. Hell no. I've been seeing that all week, man. If so and so gets in office, if so and so gets, yeah. And the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Right? Because they're going to have to send in troops. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity on his neighbor. He shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. Yeah, those arrows of famine are going to hit. Those arrows of famine are going to hit. So, hey, for the elect, man, we're going to continue. Matter of fact, I had another one. Because we're going to do it right. The elect is going to do it right. 2 Ezra 5. I want to get right to the point. In verse 6, and even he shall rule, whom they look not for that dwell upon the earth. Like so-called blacks, so-called Native Americans, so-called Latinos, the real Israelites. All right, and all the different speckled bird Israelites who are scattered worldwide. And the fowl shall take their flight away together. I'm talking about the angels. So, Lord willing, this is edifying. You know, and this is why the scriptures say you will judge over angels. All right, we're gonna move up on that celestial tier list right under Yahweh Shai. Because right now the host of heaven, they gotta come and save us. All right, you know, that's what Revelation talks about. Michael and all the angels, and we need them to come and save us, man. You know, in different occasions, the Lord sent the angel down on behalf of us. But he's gonna put us up to the level where we're gonna be over the angels. So, call Yahweh Shai. Shalom to the elect.